Howdy, howdy, folks. It is me, Darren. We're doing a Let's Play here. We're going to try and do a Resto Druid. So, I decided to take all, like, the real-time footage that I got. I had, like, so much time. Real-time footage. Oh, look at that. I lost the opening cinematic thing. Oh, well, this is a really quick pan of the entire Tauren world, which sucks, by the way. Like Thunderbluff is the most pointless place in the entire game. I know I came in at like level 2, but shut up and bear with me. This is you leveling with me. You're gonna hate it just as much as I do. The only reason why I hate it is because I really hate the Tauren quests, but I'm gonna do the first 2 Tauren zones. Actually, I think technically isn't the Barrens a Tauren zone? At like level 12 you go to the Northern Barrens, and I think that's a Tauren zone, as well as like Orc and Troll, I think. Everything, all just... I'm gonna stop. Anyway, so... wow, I'm like level 3 now. For some reason, I love feral druids. I love like cat form feral druids, and I have, well, on my old account I had like 3 of them, and on this account I have 1 that's 85, but no resto, no balance. I tried balance on my feral druid, and I didn't like it. I had like really crappy gear and stuff, but I just didn't like it, like, because I PvP like 100%. At 85 on like every character. I get a mental PvP set, and that's how I roll. That's what I do. So I wanted to try Resto, leveling from 1 to 85. Now this, mind you, this series is probably gonna take like, it's gonna take like 3 months to do, because leveling Resto is not the best. Because these days getting into instances, but I remember back in the day, if you were a healer or a tank, you got into an instance instantly. Now, not so much, because, everybody's got a healer now. It's tanks. There's no tanks. Nobody is a tank for some messed up reason. And you know what? 2 months down the road, it's going to be the exact opposite. There's going to be nothing but tanks. Everybody and their mom is going to be a tank. And there's going to be no healers. Or there will be no something. It happens every couple months. Blizzard's really smart about doing that. They nerf something to make you want to play something else. Then too many people play that something else, so they nerf that to make you play the other thing that they originally nerfed. It's a vicious cycle of stupidity, but it is utter brilliance. Anyway, it is incredibly early in the morning, so I should actually probably be keeping it down right now, but I am not. Instead, I'm on Treya, the Tauren lady, who has a terrible name for a Tauren. Treya, I got that name from my main, who was a paladin, a blood elf paladin, named Treyu. No, it was not after Atreyu, or whatever, the stupid band, or the stupid kid from that stupid never-ending piece of crap. No, it's not after that guy. I had no idea that's what his name was. I like Japan a lot. It sounded Japanese to me, and it made me happy in my heart, so I decided to use it. And then everybody was like, oh, like Atreyu? And I'm like, what the hell is Atreyu? What is an Atreyu? Why do I care about it? No, it's just a name I like. So no, I'm not copying them. At the time, I didn't even know what Atreyu was. So there. Anyway, I like to make fake lore for my characters all by myself. So with Treyu, how the fuck do you explain this one? Like a long lost cousin or something. I would say it's like Treyu's sister. Why is Treyu's sister a cow when Treyu is an elf? Mommy got around, I guess. Mummy elf. Maybe the mom was an elf and the dad was a cow, or vice versa. I don't know. either a cow birthed an elf or an elf birthed a cow. One or the other. I had a whole casting team like that though. That it was like this family. I actually wanted to write like a book based on these characters that I made. It wouldn't be like a ripoff of WoW in a sense. Like I just like based on the names, the fact that they were elves, and the fact that they were sorcerers of sorts. Cause I like to write a lot. I write novels that I never show people. I've written like fucking 700 of them, and they're all fantasy fiction for the most part. I like to write gangster stuff, gangster like Prohibition era gangster stuff. That is like those are my jams. No, anyway, I had this caster family that I had made, and you could actually still play with a couple of the members of that family. They all had terrible names. Sorry for the microphone thing. I have something in my throat. It's like a tickle, and it will not go away. Yeah, I think like listen to how deep my voice is now. I think we're okay. Anyway, it began. The first character I ever made with my second WoW account was Zabinik the Mage that I made in like 2005 or something. 2005 I made Zabinik the Mage. Or was it 2006? One or the other. I made Zabinik the Mage, and then quickly after I made a warlock named Jabozik, who was obviously Zabinik's twin brother. And then I made Bajozik, who was their brother. He was a priest, I think? Or no, it was Bazinik. So like their parents are really original. I think at one point I tried to make like the father of Zabinik, but it was really, I don't know. It's hard to make a blood elf look old. So you can give them white hair, but they all look like they're 19 and from Los Angeles or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's just not an easy task to make a blood elf look old. I think I'm just about to hit level 6. I haven't done anything. This commentary, not a single word of it has actually been about this character, except for the fact that I very much dislike this questing zone. Mulgore is probably the worst questing zone in the entire game. Oh, actually, no, it's not. One takes the cake in that sense. That would be Hellfire. Hellfire Peninsula is the worst thing that ever happened to this game. I even hated that zone when Burning Crusade first came out. It's always been the worst. It's just terrible. Nothing good comes out of that. Thankfully, you only have to be there for like 2 levels, and then you can bugger off to... Where do you go after that? Damn, it's like one of my favorite questing zones. Yeah. If anybody has actually watched this far, here's me giving you a round of applause, semi-enthusiastically, because I don't know if I would have been able to get through 9 minutes of me just ranting and raving about nothing. Yeah, that tickle won't go away for more than a couple seconds. Oh boy! It's too early in the morning to do a commentary. I remember that guy when he stood there. He probably still does it. But he had like a voice acting thing, and it was just brutal. It was so bad. He was like, "Can you help me find my dog?" It was wonderful. That was my favorite part of this questing zone. In this terrible, crappy questing zone, that was the silver lining right there. Just listening to that guy say that. And I don't even think he says it anymore. His dog was lost. Now you just have to feed his dog. I liked Jake better when he was lost. Do I go to level 7? Pretty sure I go all the way to level 7. Everything in this video is sped up 3 times, which makes for a much more enjoyable experience for the people. Because if I did this in real time, there is just so much running, so much tedious shit that happens in this questing zone that the video would either be an hour long. Oh, look, a rare spot. The video would either be like an hour long, or it just would be so boring. But this way, I took episode 1. I took 40 minutes and 27 seconds, and I squashed it down to about 13 minutes. So I think I did pretty good in that sense. I gotta stop coughing. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Some big news. Guess what, guys? If you've watched this far, maybe you'll be interested to know that I am leaving my hometown for a little while because I am going to be acting in one, possibly 2 movies. So that's kind of cool, exciting stuff. I'm also writing a bunch of scripts right now. This is nothing to do with Warcraft, which I think I should actually probably stop. I think I'll make a real video and address what's going on in my personal life, and I'll just leave WoW in the WoW videos, like this one. So I'll just talk about WoW. These guys spawn so fast, it's ridiculous. There's so many places like this now where you kill one guy and 700 spawn. You kill one guy, and another guy takes his place in like the exact same spot. And this warrior was a moron. I'm sorry, warrior, if just by sheer fucking coincidence you happen to watch this video. Sorry, but you are terrible. That is the only way to put it. And then I hit level 7. Yay! Other places like that is the human questing zone has a bunch of them actually. In Elwyn Forest? It's Elwyn, right? Yeah, Eversong's Blood Elf. So it's Elwyn Forest. The whole like 6 or 7 to 13 place. There's so many. Oh, shit. There's so many of those little bugs there. Like the boars. The boars that you have to kill. That's really handy if you have skinning though. You get skinning at level 5 and you can go from 1 to 75 in like 12 seconds, and then at level 10 you can get the next level skinning and probably get it to like 105 with those guys. So it's like the perfect way to like max out your skinning very quickly. I almost ran into those guys because they were cows. I thought they were friendly people. They're not friendly people. They're actually kind of mean. But yeah, another place is the Murloc place. I hate that Murloc place. It's terrible. Because Murlocs? No, because Murlocs are such dicks. They're just like the worst, and you like can't escape them. Like literally with that one, every time you kill one, like 4 spawn, and they spawn like on your body, so it's not very fun. Anyway, this has been episode 1 of probably the crappiest show on YouTube that somehow I'm going to continue making. And I'm Darren McDonald, signing off. Donald out! What is happening?